Before I continue, I'd like to thank my colleague from New York, Congressman Torres, for bringing this to me when I first came in January and working closely with me as we advance this through committee. He's been an invaluable partner in getting this legislation through committee, and I look forward to working with him to get it advanced to the floor. It's important on an issue like this that we show bipartisanship, and there is broad bipartisan support for the state of Israel in the United States House of Representatives and in New York, and that is exemplified by our work together on this bill. I'd also like to thank Jessica Burton from the American Jewish Committee, who is here with us today and will speak on this legislation. Both AJC and AIPAC have issued strong statements of support for H.R. 3099, and we'll hear from Jessica in a little bit. To start, I was very pleased to see H.R. 3099 passed by voice vote on the House Foreign Affairs Committee markup yesterday, with several of my Democrat and Republican colleagues speaking in support of the bill. I look forward to continuing to work with them as we move this expeditiously through the House and on to the Senate. The Special Envoy will be responsible for coordinating efforts across the U.S. government to expand and strengthen the Abraham Accords. The diplomatic impact of the Abraham Accords has been extensive, as relations between Israel and Arab and Muslim-majority countries have improved dramatically from where they once were: the UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, Morocco. There's no question that the Abraham Accords represents a historic breakthrough, a beacon of hope in a region that has historically seen much conflict. But this hope needs to be cultivated, guided, and most importantly, protected. That is why creating a special envoy position is so critical. We must maintain the progress and keep the path towards peace and prosperity in the Middle East. A special envoy would serve as a singular, dedicated voice, a point of liaison between nations, streamlining communication and nurturing diplomatic relations. They would have the capacity to deal swiftly with the challenges as they arise while working towards a safer, stronger Middle East region for centuries to come. Just recently, a bipartisan delegation visited Israel with Speaker McCarthy, former Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, and in this trip we met with Prime Minister Netanyahu, President Herzog, Speaker Ohana, and they impressed upon us the importance of the Abraham Accords and the critical role that American leadership has played in fostering it, and the need for continued American leadership on this front, especially as they work to bring Saudi Arabia to the table and other Arab-majority nations. H.R. 3099 would require a report to Congress describing all U.S. efforts to expand the Abraham Accords, including specific diplomatic engagements and the status of efforts with respect to specific countries. This report will keep both the Special Envoy and the U.S. government in check and ensure the Biden administration, as well as future administrations, prioritize strengthening the Abraham Accords. This bill is about demonstrating our commitment to peace and stability in the Middle East, as well as cultivating the growth of these accords. It's about showing our allies in every nation around the world how much we value normalized relations with the state of Israel, that we are steadfast in our support, willing to invest our time, resources, and expertise in ensuring the accords fulfill their promise. In short, H.R. 3099 is more than just a bill. It is a reaffirmation of our commitment to a peaceful, prosperous Middle East. We have the unique opportunity to shape the future of this region, by extension the world, with this legislation. Let's make sure we seize the opportunity and get this legislation passed. With that, I want to introduce my great colleague from the Bronx, Congressman Richie Torres. Thank you, everyone, and I want to thank Mike for his partnership and his friendship. The moment we agreed to advance legislation on the Abraham Accords and hit the ground running, and he was the driving force of the Foreign Affairs Committee. If there's one issue that should be bipartisan, if there's one issue that should transcend partisan, it should be peace in the Middle East. It should be the Abraham Accords. And we're advancing legislation on the Abraham Accords at a historic time, amid the 75th anniversary of the State of Israel. Even though Israel is a country the size of New Jersey, with a population of less than 10 million, it has emerged as a startup nation that punches well above its weight class. The fact that so few people have accomplished so much so quickly is an astonishing achievement on which the Abraham Accords should build. To me, the Abraham Accords is a monumental breakthrough for peace in the Middle East. It's a breakthrough for Arab-Israeli relations. The Abraham Accords promises to usher in a world where Jews, Christians, and Muslims can live together in peace and prosperity. It is a dream that we collectively share as the children of Abraham. And so Mike and I are here to affirm that the United States has a moral and strategic obligation to build on the momentum of the Abraham Accords. So in Washington, D.C., progress has no greater enemy than bureaucracy. And when it comes to the Abraham Accords, there's a bureaucratic black box where multiple bureaucrats have power, but no one has responsibility. There should be a single person whose sole responsibility is the expansion of the Abraham Accords. That is why we have advanced legislation that would appoint a dedicated special envoy for the Abraham Accords who would report directly to the Secretary of State and the President. And I'm proud to see reports that the President is actually going to appoint a special coordinator for the Abraham Accords, which I take to be a response to our legislation. We're living in a world where there's no longer one superpower, the United States. We live in a world of competing superpowers. And in a world of strategic competition, alliances become more important, not less. The Abraham Accords matters more, not less. We see China increasingly asserting itself in the Middle East, brokering a cold peace between Iran and Saudi Arabia. So I see the Abraham Accords as the best hope for promoting American values and American interests in the Middle East. And that, to me, is not a Democratic achievement or a Republican achievement. That is an American achievement. So thank you. Thank you, Congressman Torres. And now we will hear from Jessica Burton, the Director of Congressional Affairs at the American Jewish Committee.
Thank you for the opportunity to join you today. The American Jewish Committee has been engaged for more than 3 decades to increase understanding and cooperation across the Middle East and North Africa. We have been strong supporters of the Abraham Accords, the Negev Forum process, and other initiatives to enhance regional peace and prosperity. As a culmination of our work in the region, specifically in the Gulf, and to help improve existing relations and facilitate additional productive dialogue. In 2021, we granted the UGC's office in Abu Dhabi, the City Center for Arab and Regional Understanding. The 2020 peace and normalization agreements with Israel have ushered in a new era of peace and are paving the way for increased understanding and collaboration. There's enormous potential for positive change in the region that will not only benefit the nations involved, but enhance the potential for lasting peace. We appreciate the work of the many U.S. government officials that made this diplomatic breakthroughs possible, and their continued work to strengthen and expand these agreements. We applaud the members here today, namely Congressman Lawler and Torres, for your work on this important legislation to ensure our government is focused on this, that the special envoy will integrate efforts across the interagency process and create tangible benefits for all
on-topic questions. Anybody have?